everybody keeps asking, is he gay? Why are these women coming out? If Tasha K is saying, and the world is saying, even he just had a slip up and said he was gay. How many DL men do you know? I gotta assume, I gotta have somebody who's saying she's fucking me. So it looks legit. And so Shannon, a bombshell lawsuit was just put out today by Tony Busby. I know Tony Busby is questionable. So apparently he has informed a few media outlets that this lawsuit has been filed. We have the electronic filing letting us know that it has been filed, but the lawsuit hasn't been cleared through Pacer. So no one has their hands on the lawsuit unless he personally sent a copy to any publications, which I doubt he did that because he doesn't want people trying to decipher any of the lies. Okay. And so Tony Busby has a reputation to keep because Jay-Z had him out here looking pretty fucking bad. Okay. This woman who filed a lawsuit, on Shannon is basically saying that they were together for almost a year. He was cheating on her with Michelle. And this is what kind of prompted her to end things. But as they were in a relationship, he controlled her, according to what other publications are putting out there, and he raped her on several occasions. Okay. And so she is suing for $50 million. Now, the people that are saying this is mighty funny how this is coming out when he's about to sign a 9-figure deal of a podcast. This lawsuit been in the works. It just so happens that when people are about to cross big bridges, big obstacles come up before you cross that bridge. Things that have to happen. Now he does work for ESPN. He does have, jobs that require him to follow and abide by moral clause. And if those moral clauses are breached, like lawsuits or accusations and things like that, he will be in turn be suspended. But, he has YouTube and things like that. He does have sponsors. I don't know how this is going to go until the facts come out. And that kind of sucks being a public figure, being that somebody could be totally lying on you, right? But you ain't going to be able to find out, or you may lose what pays your bills until you sort everything out. And that's why it's best for a lot of these celebrities to handle this shit from behind the scenes so that stuff like this won't leak. We saw it with Diddy. It happened with Diddy. Handle it before it hits the public. Give them what they want. Get the fuck out. It was too late for them to snatch Bill Cosby's deals because he paid all his bitches while he was working. And that's really all we have. And so according to the New York Post Hall of Fame, tight end. It ain't tight no more. Shannon Sharpe has been accused of rape by a woman under the pseudonym Jane Doe in a 13-page, $50 million civil lawsuit filed on Sunday and obtained by the Post. Now, the complaint filed in a Nevada state court alleges ESPN personality committed assault, sexual battery, and engaged in intentional infliction of emotional distress during a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years with a woman more than 30 years younger than him. The plaintiff alleges that Shannon Sharpe brutally sexually assaulted her several times by the end of 2024 and at the beginning of 2025. The complaint accuses Sharpe of threatening to kill her multiple times, being manipulated and controlling, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her. Now, one time specifically, he was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in the room. The complaint states terrified for her safety. Plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from an iPhone just in case, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will fucking kill you." However, the plaintiff claims she began to end the relationship after that incident because he cheated when she thought they were in an exclusive relationship. Now, I don't know who the fuck show she been watching and allegations. How the fuck she thought they were maybe in an exclusive heterosexual relationship and then he has an exclusive homosexual relationship. The woman can say yes to consensual relations with a man 90 times, but when she says no even once, that means no. The first page of the complaint reads, now defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this basic concept after many months of manipulating and controlling the plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her. Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff. That was a lot. The reason I had to read that, and I know it was probably like, Tasha, why are you reading that? It's because of what I'm about to introduce next. In 2010, there was a restraining order filed on Shannon Sharpe. Would you like to see the receipts? In 2010, there was a restraining order that was filed on Shannon Sharpe. In this restraining order, it reads family violence by a woman named Michelle Bundy. Civil action, the Superior Court of Fulton County, State Court of Georgia, September 9th, 2010. Petition for stalking, temporary protective order. The petition pursuant hereby files this petition for stalking, a temporary protective order in support shows the court the following. The petitioner is a resident of Fulton County, Georgia, is over the age of 18, on or above September 2010. The respondent has knowingly and willingly committed the following acts of stalking under OCGA 16590. I don't know. Forced to have sex with him. He repeatedly calls and threatens her life, places her under surveillance and calls to say he is watching her. And it was granted, by the way. Bundy was granted a temporary protective order against Sharpe after accusing the CBS commentator of forcing her to have sex with him, making multiple threats on her life, and stalking her. Sharpe was ordered by the court to not contact Bundy or her immediate family and remain at least 200 yards away from her at all times. This is where it gets messy. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, the plaintiff relented. The pair engaged in a consensual sexual intercourse. The next morning, when the pair again engaged in consensual sexual intercourse, plaintiff found herself on top of the defendant. After a short time, the defendant became enraged when he realized plaintiff had started her period and was bleeding on him. Defendant physically pushed plaintiff off of him and began berating her, yelling at her, shaming her, and humiliating her, and the plaintiff for starting her period. She claims in the lawsuit that these acts were motivated by defendant's sharp bias and hostility towards plaintiff's gender, as evidenced by the defendant getting enraged and violent about the plaintiff's menstrual cycle. She's also alleging some of the same things, that he was physically abusive in the lawsuit as well, and her having to go out and take a restraining order. And then he goes and picks up another white girl at a gym that happens to be 20 years old, according to this latest lawsuit, and is being accused of the very same thing. Now, here's the thing. Do women lie? Yes. Are women manipulative? Yes. Do white women tell? Goddamn right. You can't be big, black, ugly, with a lisp and yell at a petite white woman. Nigga. Right, Teddy? You be yelling at your white bitch? Could this be a lie? Yes. I can't even be upset at the white women. And I'm damn sure not going to get out here and rally behind Shannon when historically it has been documented that a white woman gon' motherfucking tell. Especially when you got some motherfucking money. Could both women be lying? Yes. Both women don't even know each other. The one who filed the restraining order on him, alleging the very same thing that this other lady is alleging, was fucking in 2010. That was 15 years ago. What is the coincidence of both of these women having the same exact story, alleging the same history, when we've heard on his channel about how much he kind of feels about women and praises men? All I want to say, especially given the receipts that I just put up, where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, I hope that he didn't do these things. I really do. But I did have a chance to speak to one of his exes. I asked her, I said, it has been duly noted that Shannon likes boys as well, too. Right? And I said, did you ever get that impression while you were with him? And she said to me, yes. I said, well, how? She said, well, you know, I don't think he should be ashamed of this, but he liked his butt played with. Me and my assistant just got quiet on the phone. Here's my thing. Like, I don't know what to believe at this point, but I do think, in my opinion, the man hates women. I do. And that comes out, I mean, and the Freudian slips and just intentionally just how he embraces men more than he does women. He never seen him in public with a woman.
I'm standing with Uncle Shannon because I don't like when black men get taken down. I got to stand by him. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother. Uncle Shannon Sharpe is my brother. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro Queens?
We don't give a fuck.
Jesus!
We don't give a fuck.
Talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know
I'm
you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I know.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon.
Hey, where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like we got Shannon Sharpe making the wrong decisions, you know what I'm saying? Going in on the bride, all on the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing this type of shit. Soon as you think she's recording, hang the fuck up. Most of the time, don't communicate via text. Don't communicate via phone, especially when you're talking about crazy situations that you guys are going through. Like if let's say she likes to get choked and likes to get slapped around in the bedroom. Um, don't start talking sexy with her like that when y'all at odds. Like if you like to slap her on the ass and choke her out in the bedroom, don't call her and start talking about choking her out and pursuing these sexual desires over the phone, especially when you $100 million nigga. It looks horrible. It's not going to be a good result, and this is the thing that happens to a lot of dudes that choose to go this route as far as speaking over the fucking phone, you know what I'm saying, text messages or whatnot, and then being $100 million nigga that want to be dominating women in the bedroom like that. There's no problem with me per se. I'm saying that a lot of people wouldn't understand why would you be choking women out and saying that you would choke them in public and stuff like that, taking advantage of them and stuff. When you know, in my world, some women might like that. In my world, uh, some women might want you to creep up on them and you know uh, have some fun with them. Without them knowing what's going on, or maybe even do it outside, like he said, choke her outside. You know what I'm saying? Do certain things in public places that might not be suitable or understandable to other people that don't participate in this type of sexual desires, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up to see Shannon Sharpe actually throw himself in the hole while enjoying his life like this, thinking that he could just talk to women like this over the phone. You know, you can if you're not a multi-million-dollar nigga. You can if you don't have nothing to get sued for. But when you're about to sign a $100 million deal and people know it, It's public record. Um, Anybody close to you has became an enemy. From your moms to your cousin to your girlfriend to your wife, they didn't become an enemy. You know what I'm saying? So don't be sitting out here flaunting and thinking that people are going to be on your side just because they're on your side right now. It's easy for them to turn and think they want a piece of that pie, especially if you're not blessing them with the whole account or whatever the case might be, whatever they're asking for. You know what I'm saying? To keep the sharks fed and to keep the wolves fed, you got to do it. You got to feed them. Got to make sure they're good. I think Biggie said it in the song, just making sure that the wolves are fed that's around you because they might end up turning their back or turning on you and end up eating your ass alive. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you turn your back. But anyway, you can't be out here being a fucking guppy around all these goddamn sharks. People will eat you up and spit you out here. Shannon Sharpe has gotten away with living his life without being in the public eye, as far as rape allegations or anything like that, sexual misconduct allegations, anything like that. He's been in the public eye his whole fucking career. But I'm saying that he hasn't he's been squeaky clean like Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? When you squeaky clean like this, you don't need no outside things fucking up your career. You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing that has fucked up Shannon Sharp's career. Um, he's been squeaky clean for years. We ain't heard nothing bad about the brother. He's been doing his thing, and now allegations, and now it's gonna be a hefty lawsuit he has to pay. I doubt it's gonna mess him up to where he's down bad in any type of way. Too many people. He has too many fans. He has too many devoted supporters and stuff like this to even go down. Uh, he just gonna have to pay a hefty fine, and that's about it. It is what it is, man. Silence and acceptance, we ain't having like I'm sorry.